My name is Tia Newby. I'm a dancer originally from Nashville, Tennessee, but hopefully I'll be moving around. Maybe I'll see you in a city near you. So I'm just here today to talk about my experiences as a Black dancer, where I think the movement of Black dance is going, all that good stuff. So let me just get started. I'm going to tell you about myself. Like I said, I'm from Nashville originally. I started dancing when I was about 3 years old, and then I started training seriously when I was about 5. So when I was about 5, I realized that I wanted to dance for the rest of my life. And something that people have always told me, they're like, never stop dancing, never stop dancing. So I was like, okay, I'll never stop dancing. And here I am, like 20 years later. Am I? Yes, 20 years later. 20 years later, I'm still dancing, and I wouldn't give it up for the world. There were a lot of times where people tried to convince me otherwise, that like maybe I should try something else. But here I am. So personally, I always went with the educational route. Like, I've always been fond of being a student. I really like learning. But Black dance education is very few and far between, I believe. I've had a very long, extensive list of different teachers and different training backgrounds, but Black dance culture is not something that is often taught. I've been lucky enough to have some great teachers, like my Africana teacher. Her name is Miss Barbia Williams. She taught me most of what I know about both African dance and Black dance and American culture. And then other things I either found myself, or maybe a summer intensive, or with the help of my brother, who is also a dancer. So there aren't a lot of resources to find Black art and Black culture in dance specifically. It's not very accessible to many people, and it's something that you really have to dig for. But I don't think it's something that we all need to be digging for. I think it's something that our teachers should be teaching us. There are so many things that we don't know. For example, a great example is a Spike Lee joint, School Days. There is a dance scene, and it's one of the best dance scenes I've ever seen in my life. And they're talking about good and bad hair. And I've never seen this in a dance history class, and I've taken many a dance history class, and it's one of the best dance scenes I've ever seen in my life. But I've never seen it because it's all Black dancers, it's all Black females. And also because it's in a Spike Lee joint, it's in a Black film, which a lot of white teachers are probably not consuming. So how would they know? And there's a lack of understanding, and there's like a lack of diving into other cultures. I feel like I know so much about white choreographers and white dancers, yet I know little about Black dancers. And that is very disheartening to me personally, just because if you don't know where you come from, how do you know where you can go? Because you feel like you're having to start on this bottom floor, but it's already been produced for you. You just don't know it yet because it's never been given to you and it's never been shown to you. So that is my one thing that I have with like the educational system, I think, of dance, is that we're not being taught the full spectrum of history. We're getting shown a white side of history, but little did you know that all those white choreographers had Black muses and were inspired by all these different Black artists. So that was something that I've always wondered about, how to incorporate more Black culture into our history.